sounds, and we welcome you to great wrestling from the Olympic Auditorium. And this is our first event, already in progress, and we've got a good one for you. Hi, I'm Jeff Walton. I'll be with you for the next hour of exciting wrestling from the Olympic Auditorium. There's the Assassin sitting outside the ring. He says, I'm just going to sit. I want to watch Madril in action. I want to see what he can do because I'd like to tear him apart. Professor Ito says, this my partner. He sit there, watch. Ito speaks very, very, very little English, but it seems that he understands very, 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 very well. He just pretends that he doesn't, so if you can follow that, you're ahead of the game. Madril, of course, from San Bernardino in California, and the Assassin there from parts unknown. Nobody seems to know where this man's from. We do know that he is probably the son of the original Assassin, so that's interesting, but we don't know what he looks like. And I don't know what the original Assassin looks like, so you really can't compare. But anyway, we've got a good wrestling match opening this edition of Great Wrestling from the Olympic. Coming up, we got the Cowboy, the fans that love this young fella. Cowboy Tom Pritchard, he'll be in action. We've also got the Hood going against Apollo Jalisco. It should be a fast-paced bout, one with a lot of surprises, I'm sure. And we've got the Argentine champion, Coloso Colisetti, with us. So, we've got the best. Throwing punches to the bridge of the forehead, and Ito goes down like a ton of bricks and outside the ring. Decides that discretion is the better part of valor. To save face and honor, he decides to leave the ring. The Japanese Sandman, Professor Ito. Yokohama, Japan is where he calls home. Beautiful city, Yokohama. Got some beautiful, beautiful buildings. And very, very, very friendly people. All but one, that's the professor here, Ito. Into the hair goes Ito, and the wrist lock, the 5. Madril says he went into my hair. The referee for this our first event, Johnny Red Shoes Dugan. And if you don't have color on your TV set, you're missing Dugan's favorite color, which is red. He always wears red. Taken down at the wrist. Fine NWA referee Johnny Red Shoes Dugan, former lightweight wrestling champion. Had some great matches, as I told you before, with Red Berry and with Roy Romero. Super athlete in the 40s and 50s. And decided he would move on to wrestling. Going to work on that wrist and those fingers, Professor Ito. You talk about pain. Madril once told me that Ito got a hold of his fingers and massaged his fingernails. And he said, believe it or not, just by massaging the tops of the fingernails, it was excruciating pain. And the secrets of the Orient are many. These men know a lot of master torture type holds, and apparently that was one of them. And I was trying to rub my top of my fingernails, and although it doesn't really feel like anything, I guess the way he did it caused a lot of pain. Madril now into the upper hand. Oh, taken down at the hair. And again, Dugan warns the professor, don't pull his hair. Ito, again, this week sporting a different color hairstyle. Sometimes he has dark hair, sometimes blonde hair. Sometimes it's half and half. Going to work on the elbow, and Madril trying to bridge out of it so that his shoulder is not touching the mat. And once again, if you joined us late, this is the first event right here on Great Wrestling from the Olympic, where each and every time we present the very best that wrestling has to offer. The stars and the champions and the belts and everything goes with professional wrestling today. Arm whip. Another arm whip reversal by Madril. Madril now going to work on that arm. Whips him to the mat. Stakes out that arm. Asks the fans if he should, and he does. He goes down on that arm, that elbow area. Madril himself trying to get circulation back into his own arm. When that blood, the blood, what's happening is it's draining from the hand and the arm into the body. So after a while, with the pressure being on that arm, you have no feeling. It tingles like when your foot's asleep. And you really can't do anything with it for a few minutes until the blood, recirculates. So again, if you can't use your hands and your body, your upper portion of your body to wrestle, you become an easy target for a man. That's why they apply a wrist lock or an arm bar or whatever, and apply pressure so that the blood will drain out of that part of the body. Many letters from many wrestling fans asking about the early days of wrestling, and of course wrestling is the oldest sport. There's no question about it. It goes back to the Romans and the Greeks, and of course the Greeks mastering the holds of wrestling and the scientific style of wrestling. The Greeks were big wrestlers. In fact, they wagered heavily on wrestling matches between kings. A struggle of who could do what, who could win. There's the assassin again watching intently, the assassin being Ito's partner. Whoa, Ito going to work on the pants leg of referee Dugan, and Dugan says, stay out of my pants, you got no business being in there. Gives him a kick for that. That's 4. And of course the Romans also wrestled as a form of strength, test of strength and health. From there, it, of course, spread throughout the Asian countries and throughout Africa. The assassin now coming to work, saying, get over here, let me talk to you, and tells him what to do. Get more vicious, punch him. Don't let him catch you in any holes. You even had presidents that have participated in wrestling. Abraham Lincoln, of course, was one of them that wrestled and was undefeated as far as wrestling matches goes in various logging camps. Another well-known wrestler became a president. That's George Washington. Side headlock by Professor Ito. Then in the early 20th century, wrestling was allowed a lot in circuses and carnivals where big professional wrestlers would take on spectators in small towns for their fees, and if the spectator, the fan, could beat the wrestler, he was given a sum of money. Almost always the fan was not able to beat the professional wrestler because the professional knew the holds and the escapes, whereas farmer would come in there and try to use his brute force and really not succeed. And in the late 20s, wrestling became more of a building or spectator sport. And some of the earlier stars, such as Frank Gotch, Jim Londos, some of the old stars that wrestled. There were no time limits in wrestling, so they were like 6, 7, 8 hour matches. And it just went on until one man beat the other man. Since that time, wrestling's been regulated by the National Wrestling Alliance and several other alliances around the world. The NWA being the oldest governing body of professional wrestling. Ito going to work on Madril, just choking. Madril's a top competitor. He's meeting a top man in Ito. Japan has been known for presenting some of the greatest in wrestling stars throughout the years. The man that brought American-style wrestling to Japan in the 50s and early 60s was the late, great Ricky Dozan. Ricky Dozan was known for his top ability. He was a world wrestling champion. Wait a minute, here comes Tolis. Tolis says, hey, enough of this garbage. Tolis says, come on in there, we're going to let Ito win. They grab Madril, they hawk trip him, take him down. Now it's 3 against 1. What is this? Break it up. The referee does. He stops the match. That's it. It's over. We'll be back with more after this. Go. The bell has sounded. Pritchard comes out of his corner, and it's Cowboy Tom against Big Pistol Pete. You talk about big. 272 pounds he weighs on this edition of Great Wrestling from the Olympic. Cowboy Tom Pritchard. This is the young fella that all the girls adore. They flock to see this young fella wherever he wrestles, and I'm talking about all kinds of girls from 8 to 80. They love the Cowboy, and rightly so, because he's a fine, polite young man in and out of the ring. He'll always stop. He'll always talk to you. He'll always sign an autograph. He'll always be there if you need him. He's more than willing to go to a children's hospital or a school or his help with retarded youngsters. He's there, and he does it. And, that's the kind of athlete that gives professional wrestling a good name, a positive image. Cowboy Tom Pritchard makes his home in Houston, Texas. Got a brother that's started to wrestle. I asked Tom if he helped his brother or taught him some holds, or he says, no, he says, I really haven't had time. He says, I've been so busy here in California. He says, my brother's been learning under the guidance of Paul Bosch in Houston, Texas. And he said, I'm very proud of him. He's in the South right now. Going to work and holding the trunks or the tights. He says, I can hold the tights anywhere I want. I can hold them at the bottom. I can hold them at the top. And the referee says, you can't hold them anywhere. And in the meantime, Pete was choking the Cowboy. This is the second event, second match on Great Wrestling from the Olympics. Whips the Cowboy off that top rope. Pistol Pete from Arizona got his start wrestling right in Los Angeles. Went to Arizona and captured the Arizona State Heavyweight Wrestling title from a fellow by the name of Chris Colt down there. So Pistol Pete, very proud of that fact. He says, you know, Arizona's got some of the toughest wrestlers in the country. He says, we got Indian wrestlers down there, and we got tough wrestlers. He says, but I proved I was the toughest. Pete's a cagey wrestler, very sneaky. He'll try anything he can to get away by winning a match. Ooh, there's a solid punch to the middle when the Cowboy was caught off guard. Ooh, thumb to the eye. Oh, I hate to see that. You talk about putting a man's eye out. Being warned now by Dugan. Pete going up on that second strand of rope. This could be it. This could be it. He comes down. Oh, 272 pounds. Right on the back of Cowboy Tom Pritchard. That's almost like getting hit from behind by a truck. Pistol Pete now going to work on a... Oh, there's that head scissors. You talk about making your head hear all kinds of sounds. That'll do it. Yeah. Pritchard trying to kick the cobwebs. There's that wrist lock we were talking about earlier about applying pressure to the wrist, and of course there's that big, look at the size of that knee right on the elbow. Going to work on the fingers, moving them back and forth and bending them, and of course that's a lot of pain. That's totally illegal too, by the way. Pistol Pete. And now Cowboy Tom Pritchard trying to come back a little bit. Oh, the competition is rough here on Great Wrestling from the Olympic. There is no doubt about it. Now it's Pritchard stakes out that arm and drops right onto the shoulder. Again, he stakes out that arm. Pritchard, and the question is into Pistol Pete. Do you give up? See, that's what a sportsman is. You notice that Pritchard won't go to work on those fingers, won't bend those fingers like Pistol Pete did, and that shows you the difference in wrestling styles and abilities. I mean, Pritchard doesn't seem to need to have to twist the fingers. There's a thumb to the eye that got rid of Cowboy Tom. Doesn't like to be called Tommy. He said, I would appreciate, Mr. Walton, if you didn't call me Tommy. He says, please call me Tom. I can't blame him. Oh, coming down again with a club right to the back of the head. He tops Pritchard. This is it. 1, 2. Ooh, a couple of seconds away. Let's see if we can do it again. 1, 2, and wait a minute. Pritchard says he's holding my trunks. That time he was caught, told to break it. Boy, lucky move for Pritchard. It was almost the end. Whoa, rolls him up in a cradle, and he's got him. 1, 2. Just two. Kicked at the back. Pete now going to work. Roll over and pressed for 1. Referee checks to see that Pete's not holding the trunks. But he is. There he is, see? Using that as leverage. Whoop! He's caught. Referee says to break. Now there's that open-headed chop by. A good standing drop kick by the Cowboy star. Arm whip into the ropes goes Pete. Whoa, an elbow that missed, and Cowboy Tom went down and thrown bodily out of the ring onto the cement. You see, it only takes one tiny mistake, like we just saw, cost somebody an injury or the match. And Pistol Pete took advantage of that off-balance move by Pritchard and dumped him outside the ring. That doesn't mean that Pritchard has lost, but it does mean that the upper hand now goes to Pistol Pete, and he throws Cowboy Tom Pritchard into that front row of seats. Pritchard now in trouble outside the ring. He's got a 20 count. The count is at 20. 10. Pulled back into the ring. Takes the Cowboy, whips him into that corner, Buckles. Pete now taunting the crowd, saying, hey, this is your cowboy, huh? What's your cowboy been able to do? Nothing. Throwing those kicks in there. Knee lift by Pistol Pete. Tug tackle. There's 270 pounds hitting you right in the chest. Look at the red marks on Cowboy Tom Pritchard's chest, and there's a Beal right to the center of the ring. And Pete now comes walking over and in disdain climbs to those top ropes. 270 pounds. Oh, nobody there. Pistol Pete landed on the canvas, and there's a flying elbow drop that catches Pete. Throws Pete headfirst into the mat. Rolls him over. Tops him now. Dugan in there. 1, 2, only a count of 2. I gotta give both wrestlers a lot of credit for stamina. They can both take it and dish it out. Ooh, there's an elbow that caught Tom in the middle. Pritchard down on that bottom strand of ropes, feeling the effect of some vicious blows. Kicks to the back by Pistol Pete. Now Pete tops him, uses those ropes. Referee Dugan looking to make sure that the ropes are not dancing. That's what we call dancing ropes when he uses his boot. Look at this, there he goes again. Oh, and he's caught. Dugan saw him that time, but in the meantime, while arguing with the referee, look at that knee right on the throat of Pritchard. Pritchard dumped outside of the ring, and now Pete goes back to taunting the fans. The fans are not happy about the unorthodox tactics of Pistol Pete. Red Shoes Dugan now warning Pistol Pete, let the man get back in the ring. There's a sunset flip for 1, 2, 3. That's it. Your winner, Cowboy Tom Pritchard, with a sunset flip.
Is it over?
Okay, here we go. The referee giving instructions to the men, and this is our next event on Great Wrestling from the Olympic. A good one. It's Paulo Jalisco out of Mexico City against the Hood from Parts Unknown, and Parts Unknown means just that. We don't know where he's from, nor does he want us to know where he's from. And the Hood throws his robe down to the second. And the match begins, the bell sounds, and here we go. This is great wrestling from the Olympic. Both wrestlers hooking up, go behind waist lock, reversal by the Hood. Hammerlock position by Apollo Jalisco into the ropes to get a break. Goes the Hood. Hood staring blankly at the fans. Says, look, you want to get in here and wrestle? Fine, come on. There's a good dump by the Hood into a leg scissors. The arm now held back by Apollo Jalisco, and it's tightened up and staking out that calf. Dropping 2 knee drops on that calf. Fans yelling chicken to the Hood. They want to know who he is, and they figure, why should he hide behind a mask? Body scissors by Apollo Jalisco. As the hook, the Hood trapped. Well, we've had some action, boy. That last match, wow, let me tell you, Cowboy Tom Pritchard, the sunset flip win over Pistol Pete. Good win, one that made Cowboy Tom very happy. Scissors, body scissors by Apollo Jalisco on the Hood. The Hood trying to make an insert. Using leverage. Gets the escape, hits those ropes. Ooh, oh. Caught again in that body scissors. But a little bit stunned by that move. Didn't know what to expect, but trying to roll over on his shoulders. He knows that that's not the way to do it. Get that escape. Referee watching very closely as far as positioning of the hands, seeing that the hold is not a choke. Side headlock by the Hood. Into that corner buckle goes Apollo Jalisco, and boy, I'll tell you, that you can feel. That's not what we say when we say padded buckle. It is covered with that leather covering, but there's not that much padding underneath that metal. Topped for 1, 2, split second away from a win for the Hood. Front headlock, keyed in the chin position. The Hood now just trying to smother the man. Holding fast to that chin lock. Taken down at the hair, the Hood now going to work again on that chin lock. Referee asked him about if he used the hair, and he said, no, cross my heart. I didn't do it. I didn't use my hair. Side head leg scissors. Gets an escape, stands at the ready. Jalisco in great shape. The hood too. Bobbing, weaving, backing up. Whoa! Paulo Jalisco goes to work now on that left leg. Question is now into the hood. Kind of got a figure four toe hold on that left leg and boot of the masked hood. Into the chin goes the hood, takes him down. Now, Jalisco, good move on this hood. I haven't seen the hood caught up like this in a long time. Usually it's the hood that's working on holds. Tries to dump him. Now the hood just taking his time, trying to figure out strategy. Jalisco releases the hold and leg dives in. Another leg dive. The hood can't seem to work out of that leg strangle. Feeling the pressure. It's gotta hurt. And he rakes at the eyes of Jalisco. That gets the break. Now pulls him up by the hair, throws him into the ropes, and there's a double push. Trying to get the blood circulating in that left leg again. Crotches him, runs him to the middle of the ring, and power slams him. Tops him for 1, 2, woo! Second away, and the hood looks at him. The hood now going to work on Jalisco. Rabbit punch to the back, and there's a stomp right to the back. Comes off with a knee. Now the hood thrown away right to the middle of the ring. Jalisco going to work. Both wrestlers coming back, holds and counter holds. Whips the hood into the ropes. Punch that doubles him up right to the middle of the ring. Jalisco taking an advantage now. Throws him into the ropes. He comes off. There's a knee right to that shin. Stomping away at the back by Jalisco, doing just what he got. Into the ropes again. Back body drop by Jalisco. Standing drop kick that decks the hood. Here comes that flying body press. Let's see if he can beat him with this. Another standing drop kick. The hood is down. There he goes again. There's that tackle. Oh, a drop kick that missed. And the Hood is just draped across the ring. The Hood picks him up. Oh, applies a pile driver. Sets him down. This is one of the most outlawed holds in the country today, but not in California. 1, 2, 3, that's it. The Hood, the winner. Okay, here we go. This is your main event, and it's Coloso, Colisetti, and Romero. Colisetti, the champion of Argentina. Colisetti, oh, slapped by Romero, and that's something you don't do to a champion. He's furious. The fans loved it. They said he got what he deserved, but Colisetti says, nobody slapped me, nobody. Romero, leg scoop. Side headlock, standing headlock. This is your main event. Arm whip by Colisetti. Roll over and kick away by Romero. Good move. Colisetti, a very vain wrestler, very vain. Thinks he's the most handsomest man in South America, and he may well be. Look at that, oh, a flying snapmare, and a leapfrog, and nobody there, and Colisetti, whoa, wait a minute, spins him, and he spun himself. Woo! Don't put your coffee pot on, fans. This is a main event that's going to have you standing. Colisetti, not too sure of his opponent. I think he thought a little less of Romero. Took him a little lightly, and that slap just kind of got him off guard. South America, Buenos Aires, in fact, I understand, is his home. It's where he won the championship, and a championship that he proudly talks about. In fact, that's all he talks about. I South American champion. I South American champion. Argentine champion. Me. Speaks tremendous Spanish and also Portuguese. So well versed in 2 languages, and he's learning English. And but he's still a vain wrestler. Very, very vain. Always primping in the dressing room, you know, always in front of the mirror, always combing his hair, always looking at himself. Arm drag by Colisetti. There's another one that takes down the young man from Mexico, Romero. Romero, a lightweight wrestler, but an up-and-coming wrestler, one that in future years, with more experience, should do super well. Here's that arm drag takedown by Romero. There's another arm whip. And Colisetti is mad. He does not like to be shown up like that. The fans are on their feet. They love it because they know that this guy is conceited. He doesn't want to stop. He doesn't want to sign autographs. He doesn't want to talk to wrestling fans. He just brushes them off with a wave of his hand. And it's not the way you do it. That's not how to influence people anyway. Oh, there's a flying arm drag, and there's a reverse arm whip. Takedown, there's another one, reversal. Colisetti is down, and he stands away, and he's drop kicked right through the ropes onto the floor. And he goes outside. Romero's ready for him. And Romero told me this earlier. He says, I'm in the main event. This is my chance. It's my chance to show the wrestling fans on Great Wrestling from the Olympic what I can do. So, if Romero wins this match, he's got a good chance, good chance to get a shot at Colisetti's South American Championship if Colisetti will give him that opportunity. Good go behind by Romero. It's reversed into a hammerlock, or chicken wing if you want to call it that. Now it becomes a chicken wing because he's got his man down. Applying pressure. The question's in the Arias Romero. What do you say, referee Dugan asking? And wait a minute. He's caught. Let's see what's going to happen. And he's torqued and spun. Referee Dugan says, come on, let's go. Let's wrestle. Ooh, there's an open-handed punch. Ooh, that decks Romero. We might have a glass chin on Romero there. That just kind of sent him flying flat. Stomping away at the back of Arias Romero. Argentine champion. Ooh, there's a... Oh, look at this, look at this. Giving that victory stance after an elbow that caught Romero and sent him flying outside the ring. Romero trying to get his composure back, trying to get air back in his lungs. Climbs onto the apron, gets back into the ring, has a 20 count outside the ring. Colisetti now begging for what, I don't know, but in the meantime he's come back and attacked Romero. As I said, this is your main event, our final event on this edition of Great Wrestling from the Olympic. We've had some wild ones. We had a match between the Hood and Apollo Jalisco that was mighty close, and it looked certain that Apollo Jalisco would win until he made a mistake, and the Hood caught him for the victory. Cowboy Tom Pritchard upset a heavier Pistol Pete. And in our opening event, it was wild, but it was Al Madril that came through and defeaed Professor Ito. And now we've got our main event, Coloso, Colisetti, and Arias Romero. Going to work on the shoulder muscles. Colisetti says he loves it in California. Says it's just so different than South America, and it is. It's the most beautiful place to be, I feel. Going to work, clubbing at the back of the South American champion. Whips him into the ropes. Back body block and drop. Colisetti tricks him. Colisetti now going to work on Romero. It just takes a split second to be off guard. That's all it takes for a man to take advantage of you, especially a man like Colisetti that's got a lot of experience in the ring. Going to work kicking those underarms. Here's that reverse forearm that just decks him outside to the cement floor, and Colisetti parading around the ring like a beauty pageant winner. Romero now coming back into the ring. Ooh, there's a boot to the middle by Colisetti, and it decks Romero again. I think Romero's got a glass jaw. He goes down awful easy. Going to work choking, and the referee Dugan now warning Colisetti we don't choke in this part of the country, or in any part for that matter. Leg scoop. Romero sits out on that ankle. Straddle sneak, he does it again. And Colisetti is in trouble. There's no doubt about it. He's got we got a half crab here. What do you say, Colisetti? The question's in. A half Boston crab. The pressure is on the spine. And of course that leg held tightly by Romero, but he makes the ropes and gets a break. Always thinking, Colisetti, gotta hand it to him. Colisetti now, good waist lock. Just literally dumps him with a schoolboy. There we go, sit out. Good move by Romero. Good amateur move right there. Chicken wing by Romero. These men can wrestle. These men can wrestle. Arm whip into the ropes. Here's a sunset flip. He's got him. 1, 2. Oh, 1 second away from a win for Romero. That would have been a big upset, a big one. Into the ropes goes Romero. There's that flying body tackle that decks Colisetti. A standing, a foot that caught Colisetti right in the face, and he's topped. Romero is in there. This is it. 1, 2. Oh, again, he's dumped off. So close and yet so far from a victory for Arias Romero. Snapmare sets him up for this una rana, this rack. The question is in to Romero. What do you say? Romero trying to slip out of it. He gets out of it. Sets up a reverse figure 4, and now he sets him up. Colisetti is in trouble. The question's in to Colisetti, who can't say anything but because the hand's over his mouth. He's dumped. Leverage has him for 1, 2, only a count of 2. Now it's Romero on top, and we've got a abdominal stretch by Romero. The question's in the Colisetti, a reversal of holds and counter holds and victory holds for each man. An abdominal stretch now by Colisetti. The question's in the Romero. Hip toss gets a freedom move by Romero. 1, 2, only a second away from a win. Time is running out. This is our main event. Joking. Referee watching very closely. Placement of the left hand on the throat. He's kicked away by Romero. Romero goes to work now on that left leg of Colisetti. Boy, you talk about exchange of holds and counter holds and painful holds. There's a standing figure 4 with pressure on the neck and the back. The question's in to Colisetti, and he does not give up. The clock ticking away. Time is going. It's gone. Wait a minute. I just heard the bell. Now the referee can decide a winner. So let's see what's going to happen. This Romero put up a good match. Here's Jimmy Lennon. Let's see what the referee says. Hey, it's Romero. I don't believe it. And he doesn't believe it either. Look how excited he is. And that's it.